evening, Bhanuka.
Good evening.
Welcome to the press conference. This is a hybrid press conference. We have members of the press here in the room in Sharjah. We'll start with them before we move on to Zoom.
Bhanuka, ලකුණු 15ක් තියෙද්දී කණ්ඩායමක් ලෙස අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මේක ඩිෆෙන්ඩ් කරයි කියලා හිතුවද?
ඔව් මොකද අපි මම හිතන්නේ ටූර්නමන්ට් එන්න කලින් අපේ බෝලර්ස් ගැන තමයි හුඟක් බලාපොරොත්තුෙන් හිටියේ. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ලකුණු 15ක් කිව්වම අපි හිතන් හිට විදිහටදී මම හිතුවා කණ්ඩායමක් වශයෙන් අපි ජයග්‍රහණය ගන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වුණායි කියලා.
අපි පිටිකරණය ගැන කතා කරොත් නැවතත් අපේ මැද පෙළ පොඩක් අසාර්ථක වුණා ස්පිනර්ස්ලා හමුවේ. ඒක ගැන මොකද හිතන්නේ?
මම හිතන්නේ ටිකක් කාරණායකට යුතු මේක කාරණයක්. මොකද අපි දැන් දිගටම පොඩ්ඩක් මැද පෙළ අසාර්ථක වෙලා තියෙනවා. අපේ මම හිතන්නේ සාමාන්‍ය මැච් එක බැලුවොත් එක්කිනෙ දෙන්නේ තමයි ලකුණු ගහන ලකුණු අතර ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් එකම හොඳ දේ තමයි ඉතින් ලකුණු අතර ඉන්න කෙනා හැමතිස්සෙම අන්තිම වෙනකම් මැච් එකේ ලකුණු ගහන එක. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ස්පින් එකට තව ටිකක් අපි ප්‍රොඇක්ටිව් වෙලා පොඩ්ඩක් පොසිටිව් ගහන්න ඕනේ කියලා පොඩ්ඩක් නෙගටිව් මයින්ඩ් එකකින් තමයි මම හිතන්නේ ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා ගහන්නේ ස්පින් එක දැක්කම. මොකද අපේ පාස් රෙකෝඩ් එක එච්චර හයි නැතිනම් ස්පින් එකත් එක්ක. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඉස්සරහට තව මැච් දෙකක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ දෙකේ වැරදි නිවැරදි කරගෙන ඉස්සරහට යන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා.
අපි ගිය මාසේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේදී සවුත් ආෆ්‍රිකා එක්ක ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉතාමත් පහසුවෙන් ජයග්‍රහණය කරා. නමුත් අද මැච් එක අන්තිම පන්දුවාරයේදී තමයි ඩිසයිඩ් වුනේ. ඉතින් එෆර්ට් එක ගැන කතා කරොත් කණ්ඩායමේ 142ක් ඩිෆෙන්ඩ් කරද්දී
ඇත්තටම අපි හිතන් හිටියේ තමයි විකට් 135ක් තමයි ටාගට් එක තියෙන්න ඕනි කියලා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා බැටින් ඩිපාර්ට්මන්ට් එකෙන් අපි කොච්චර ෆේල් වුණාද උඩ කට්ටිය මම හිතන්නේ 145ක් ගහලා 145ක් ගහලා ඒගොල්ලන් ටාගට් එක දුන්නාන් පස්සේ ඒක අපි ඩිෆෙන්ඩ් කරන් ගියා හොඳට. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ අපේ අන්තිම මාස 3-4 එෆර්ට් එකයි දැන් එෆර්ට් එක අරන් බලද්දි මම හිතන්නේ ටීම් එකක් විදිහට අපි හුඟක් දුර ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් හුඟක් කට්ටිය බලාපොරොත්තු වුණේ නැහැ. මම හිතන්නේ අපි සුපර් 12 ලේ කියලා. හැබැයි අපි දැන් ලොකු වෙනසක් කරනවා. මම හිතන්නේ මැච් එකේ අපේ ප්‍රේක්ෂකයන් හුඟක් ස්තුති කරනවා. හැවිල්ලා මැච් බලනවාට අපිට චීර් කරනවා. අපිට එක දුකක් තියෙන අපි මේ එන්ඩ් රිසල්ට් එක අපිට ඕන විදිහට එච්චර නැති විතරයි. මම හිතන්නේ ටීම් එකක් විදිහට අරන් බැලුවොත් එහෙම අපි දැන් දිගින් දිගටම හොඳ දේවල් කරන් යන හින්දා අපි හොඳ මට්ටමක ඉන්නවා. ඒක වැඩි අපි හොඳ ටීම් එකක් තරඟ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න දැන් ලෑස්ති වෙන්න ඕනේ.
If you could speak a little about Pathum Nissanka's innings, that was very crucial on a pitch that was not offering much to the batters. There was very low bounce also.
Yeah, we knew. See, when we came to Sharjah, we knew that from the past few games, Sharjah was not that great to bat, except for the game that we played against Bangladesh. That was a very true wicket. The effort was 100% from Pathum Nissanka. He was fearless, and he knew what he had to do, and he had to bat till the last over. Hats off to Pathum Nissanka for holding on the inning, as batting was not up to standard, but the wicket was not helping the batsman as well. So it's a great effort that Pathum Nissanka batted till 16-17 over and scored 72 runs. Very crucial knock for us.
Thank you, Bhanuka. We move now to Zoom. Arkum, I've seen that you've raised your hand. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, Bhanuka, hard luck today. Tell about T20 cricket. How hurtful it is to play 38-39 overs well and losing a game because of one or two bad overs. Explain those emotions being a T20 player, and also what went wrong about the batting.
Yeah, it's very emotional as a team because we are a very young unit. I think we are the most inexperienced side taking part in the tournament. As a team that who was not doing that well in the past few months, we have grown so well together. It's very emotional again, but hats off and credit goes to Mila, as you know, he's a world-class finisher and we know what he could do. I think it just, match cost us in the last few balls, and no hard feelings, and it's just Lahiri was trying his level best to get those Yorkers in, but it's a lot of pressure bowling to a world-class player. But I think it's a learning curve for us, and we will come back strong.
Vidhu, you're next.
බානු අවසන් පන්දුවාරේ ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීම අවසන් පන්දුවාර කීපේ ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීම ගැන කණ්ඩායමේ තිබිච්ච සාකච්ඡාව මොන වගේද? මොකද අන්තිම ඕවරේ දාන්න අපිට දසුන් හිටියා, චාමික හිටියා, ටිකක් වේගයේ අඩුවෙන් දාන පන්දු යවන්න හිටියා. එතකොට මොකද්ද කණ්ඩායමේ ඇති වෙච්ච සාකච්ඡාව?
නෑ විතර අතරම අපි හිතන්නේ මම හිතන්නේ අපේ මේන් බෝලර්ස්ලා 5 දෙනෙක් ගහනවා. ඉතින් ගහනකොට අපි යන්න ඕනේ අවතිස්සෙම බෙස්ට් ඔප්ෂන් එකට. මොකද ලහිරු කුමාර මම හිතන්නේ අන්තිම ඕවර වෙනකන් හොඳට බෝල් කරලා තිබ්බා. ඉතින් ඒ ඕවරේ යෝකර්ස් දෙකක් ලෑන් කරගන්න බැරුව තමයි ස්ට්‍රගල් කරේ. ඉතින් අපි හැමෝම දන්නවා ඩේවිඩ් මිල කියන්නේ ෂුට්ටක් හරි ඉඩ හම්බුනොත් බෝලෙල ග්‍රයින්ඩින් එලියට ගහන ප්ලේ කෙනෙක්. ඉතින් මං හිතන්නේ සාකච්ඡා වුණේ අපේ හොඳම බෝලර් දාන්න ඒ වෙලාවේ. මම හිතන්නේ අපේ හොඳම බෝලර් ලහිරු කුමාර. මොකද දුෂ්මන්ත 19 වෙනි ඕවර 4 ඉවර කරා. ඉතින් මං හිතන්නේ ප්ලෑනින් වල වැරද්දක් කියලා ඒක මැඩි. ඉතින් නොහිතපු විදියට මම හිතන්නේ එයාගේ zone එකට බෝල් දෙක වැටුණා එච්චරයි.
Thank you. Any more questions over Zoom? Okay, I don't see any, so thank you so much. That's it from us. Sorry, Nishad has a question.
Just some words on the way Wanindu HATRICK has been bowling right through, and also his feet today.
See, being number two in the ICC rankings, he shows what sort of class he had been carrying for the past few years. And he's a very important part of the team, especially with the ball. But he could be a proper batsman as well. He's a proper all-rounder. So Wanindu's inclusion in the past 2 years had made a big difference in the side, because being a wrist spinner, going against Shamsi, who's number one, playing in the opposition side, it's never easy. The rival was always there for both of them, and Wanindu have been extremely, great for Sri Lanka cricket. He's a proper ambassador for Sri Lanka cricket. So I think we could see something better, and he will be very valid in the future as well for Sri Lanka cricket.
Thank you, Bhanuka. We see one last question on Zoom. Chamila?
Bhanuka, විශේෂයෙන්ම දැන් තරඟ දෙකක් පෙරදිලා මේ තරඟ වටේ තරඟ දෙකක් පාරදිනවා කියන්නේ අවසන් පූර්ව තරඟ අවස්ථාව සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කල්ප අවස්ථාවකදී නමුත් කිසියම් කණ්ඩායම් අතර තියෙන තරඟකාරීත්වය අනුව අපිට තවමත් මේ අවස්ථාවේ ගිලිහිලා නැහැ. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් රටේ ජනතා විශේෂම ක්‍රීඩාවට ඇලුම් කරන පිරිස කැමති ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ඉදිරි ගමන ගැන කොයි වගේ අවස්ථාවක් තියෙන කියලා පොඩ්ඩක් ඒ ගැන පොඩි විස්තරයක් කරොත් බානුක.
මං හිතන්නේ අපි ඔලුවට කරන නෑ ටීම් එකක් වශයෙන් මැච් දෙකක් පෙරදුනයි කියලා. මොකද අපි මං හිතන්නේ ඕස්ට්‍රේලියා මැච් එකෙත් 17 වෙනි ඕවරනකම් අපි සෙල්ලම් කරා. මේ මැච් එකෙත් අන්තිම බෝලර් දෙක තියෙත් මැච් එක පෙරදුනේ. ඉතින් මං හිතනවා ඉදිරියේදී ඇද්දි net run rate එක බලපායි කියලා. මොකද අද ඕස්ට්‍රේලියා ඉංග්ලන්ඩ් මැච් එකක් ගහනවා. ඉතින් ඒකෙන් අනිවාර්යයෙන් එක ටීම් එක පෙරදුනන් පස්සේ එතන ටීම් එකෙන් ටීම්ස් තුනක් පොයින්ට්ස් 4 ගානේ නවතිනවා. ඉතින් මං හිතන්නේ අපිට ලොකු අවස්ථාවක් තියෙනවා අපි ඊළඟ තරඟ දෙකේ හොඳට කරොත්. මොකද කරත් අනිවාර්යෙන් අපි කළ යුතුයි. මං හිතන්නේ ටීම් එක වශයෙන් අපි සෑහෙන දුර ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා අන්තිම මාස 6-7. ඉතින් මං හිතන්නේ ප්‍රේක්ෂකයන් අපිට දක්වන සහයෝගය ඉතාමත් වැදගත්. අපිට හුඟක් පොසිටිව් කමෙන්ට්ස් තියෙනවා. මැච් බාන්න ඇවිල්ලා හුඟක් කට්ටිය සපෝට් කරන එකම අපිට හුඟක් ටීම් එක වශයෙන් ඇත්තටම හරි ඉමෝෂනලි දුකයි. අපිට ඒගොල්ලන් වෙනුවෙන් මැච් එක දිනවන්න බැරි වෙච්ච එක ගැන. මොකද අපිට තියෙන සහයෝගය හුඟක් වැදගත්. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ ඉස්සරහට යද්දි චාමිල අපිට හොඳ ලොකු ගමනක් පේනවා. අපේ ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා දැන් තමයි ටීම් එකේ හැදීගෙන එන්නේ. ඉතින් එනවලු තව වර්ල්ඩ් කප් එකක් තියෙනවා. මේක තාම ඉවර නැහැ. තාම මැච් දෙකක් තියෙනවා. අපි කිව්වයි කවුරුත් දන්නේ නැහැ කොහෙන් නවතීද කියලා. ඉතින් අපි හොඳ ක්‍රීඩා කළ යුතුයි ඉස්සරහදී. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා අනාගතයේ අත්‍තරම සුබදායකයි කියලා මේ ප්ලේයර්ස් ශ්‍රී ලංකන් විදිහ දැක්කම.
Thank you, Bhanuka. That's it from us, and good luck for your next game. Welcome, Shamsi.
Thank you.
Welcome to the press conference. I'll now hand it over to Sips to moderate.
Thanks very much, Kitaki. We'll start with questions. Oh, good evening, firstly, everyone. I hope your heart rates have finally caught up with the rest of your body. We'll start with questions from the floor, and then we'll move on to our Zoom audience.
Tabriz, how do you explain that last couple of minutes of this game?
I don't think anyone can explain it, you know. That's why we love the sport. I don't think anybody in the stadium could have guessed which way the game was going to go. But for me personally and the team, obviously we knew the guys that were out there in the middle were capable. And, thankfully for us, they did the job today.
What do you make of the surface? You bowled extremely well today, picked up 3 wickets. Personally, on your bowling effort and on the pitch?
Yeah, I don't think there was much turn in it, to be honest. And it's a smallish boundary. I think you have to really focus on the areas that you hit and be really hard on yourself on that. And I think T20 cricket is a game where you need a little bit of luck as well to go your way. On another day, you can bowl the same and go for a lot of runs. So I think just focusing on the right lengths and the right areas to hit, that's all I was focusing on.
We'll move on to our Zoom audience. We'll start with Tianis, followed by Telford, Firdaus, and then Nathan. Tianis?
Sorry, I couldn't hear at all. Well done, Tabriz. Just want to hear when the batting sort of goes a bit like that, when it's sort of not the biggest total. Obviously it looks like almost par for that surface. Does that sort of frustrate you a bit as a bowling unit when you guys really do well to restrict the team and the the batting sort of looks like it's not really getting going?
No, not at all. I think, all the games that we've played, there's different batsmen that have put their hands up and, taken the team to victory. So far, obviously, we've only lost the one game, which we could have won as well. And I think it's the same from the bowling point of view. There's no need for anybody to be frustrated because the big positive is that we're not relying on one or two guys. And that's always something that you always speak about in a team. It's a joint effort. And from our point of view, we're very comfortable with the way we're sitting. There's different guys that are scoring runs and winning games for the team, and it's the same with the ball.
Telford?
That was Tabriz, very well done.
Thank you.
I just wonder, after a week like you guys have had, and to get over the line in a game like this, and considering the way South Africa have lost games in the past and all of those things, what does it mean, from a team point of view, to win a game like this when you absolutely have to, and considering the week you've had?
Look, the funny thing is, I was actually speaking about it to someone that this new team that we have, we've won these kind of moments more often than we've lost them, and that's a huge positive. So that's like I mentioned a bit earlier, those kind of things you can't, say 100% predict which way it's going to go, but you have confidence in the guys that you have in the team. The way Timber steered the batting with Aiden, and then for KG and for David to come and do what they do. That was really nice to see from our point of view.
Firdaus?
Hi, Shamo, well done.
Thank you.
How are you feeling sitting in the dugout? Were you thinking it might be up to you to go and smash the last few runs?
If it's up to me, I think there's some issues. But no, obviously, like everybody else, we're really nervous. I'm just happy to be playing cricket. Obviously, I picked up a little bit of a niggle as well before the comp started. So I just want to say a massive thanks to our medical team as well and the management, the way they've made sure that we're all ready for games. And so yeah, I'm just really happy to be out there.
Before we move on to Nathan, can you just expand a little bit on the nature of your niggle, just for information's sake?
Yeah, just a bit of a groin strain. I think it was reported. So I'm still working with it and still trying, our best for the country.
Thank you. We'll move on to Nathan.
Tabriz, firstly, congratulations on the win. I just want to ask, are you happy that Quinn is back in the mix?
Well, of course, I'm a player of that quality. Everybody would be happy to have someone like that in the team. But anybody that plays, there's 15 players in the squad plus the reserve players. So, anybody that's in the 11, they're more than capable of winning games for the country. And I think on the day, whoever selected is ready to win games. I think that's all that matters.
Excuse my pronunciation. Arkum, I hope that's correct. Okay, we'll move on to Ken.
Thanks, Sips. How's it, Therese? Well done. Just personally, you seemed really determined today to stamp your mark after a bit of an off day in the previous game. And just from a team perspective as well, the whole team, especially in the field, looked really determined, and there was a lot of passion out there today.
Yeah, obviously, we're here to try and win a World Cup for the country. And like I mentioned, I want to try and contribute as much as I can every game. And my previous game wasn't as good as I wanted. And like I've mentioned, just working with a bit of a niggle, I really wanted to do something special for the bowling unit. But, I've mentioned it enough times that every single guy is doing a job for the team. There's a different guy doing the job for the team every game. And today was my day. Dwayne Pretorius, KG, Anna, Kesh as well. Everyone that takes the ball in their hand, they're doing a great job. So I'm really happy with the way things went personally as well as a team. Obviously there's a World Cup to be won, and how can you not be passionate?
NMK, please introduce yourself so that we know who you are and where you come from.
Hello, Tabridge. First of all, congratulations on the win. And I would like to ask, Sri Lanka haven't taken the knee so far in this tournament, just like today, as directed by their board, not to take the knee in support of BLM movement. How do you feel about it as an individual and also as a team?
Sorry, sir, I can't hear you.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just asking, Sri Lanka haven't taken the knee so far in this tournament, just like today, as directed by their cricket board, not to take the knee in support of BLM movement. How do you feel about it, both as an individual and also as a team?
I have nothing to say to that. That does not do, it's not a matter for the South African team.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next question. Sorry.
Thanks, Focus. Good evening from that side to Braze. Just take us to the difficulty of playing in Sharjah, in actually the UAE at this time. You were there playing IPL cricket, but it's become pretty clear that the wickets have slowed down significantly. That's in that part of the world.
Yeah, obviously compared to the previous years, Sharjah, was a ground because of the size of the boundaries and the wicket being so good. Even a score of 200 plus wasn't safe. But from a bowling point of view, it doesn't make things any easier. When you're standing there and you realize that you've got to be on top, on top of your game every single ball you bowl. So as a bowler, it doesn't make things any easier. Like I mentioned, we're just trying there and trying to nail our skills. There's a lot of work that the guys do behind the scenes. There's a lot of analysis and game plans that people come up with. And we try and implement that on the day.
Zahir?
Hi, Tabriz, Zahir here. We've spoken before about that your job's not only on the field, it's also off the field. You do a lot of work behind the scenes. Did you have to do a lot more this week in the build-up? And how long can KG talk about that six that he hit today? You're going to allow him to talk about it?
No, I think the work that we do behind the scenes never changes. Every game is important for us. And, KG, it's a joke running around in the team. He's always got the shot of the day, no matter what the situation is. And again, he pulled out a special six. So, I think there's no need for us to be surprised anymore because he does it so often. And, he puts in a lot of work behind the scenes. So I'm so happy with the way he's batting. And, winning games for us with both the ball and the bat.
Arkum and then Fidoz.
Hi, Tabriz. Congratulations today. And just one question. Most people are expecting Australia and England as the favorites to play the semis. What are your plans regarding despite this popular opinion?
Well, our plan is just to try and win every game that we play for South Africa. People can have whatever opinions they want. We're here for a different challenge. If we didn't believe that we can win this World Cup, we'd probably be sitting at home and watching on our television set. And that's exactly, that's not what we're here for. We're here to win the World Cup. And obviously, all the teams in the group are very strong. And so are we. So, we just have to come in and try and win every game that we play.
Fidos, and then we'll close off with Vidu. I did see your hand.
Shama, could I just get your comment on Dwayne Pretorius' death bowling? I mean, it seems like he's really come into his own with this tournament. What sort of things has he been doing behind the scenes?
Yeah, I think if we had to give the award of scholar of the team, it would probably be Dwayne Pretorius. He does so much analysis. He does so much work behind the scenes. He wants to make sure that he's well prepared, and he's come up with his game plans with our analysts and the coaching staff. So, I'm really happy that he's getting the rewards. And I mean, I think we can't really we can't speak enough about the job that he did for us at the end. As you saw that the game was so close, and it's so turned out that he's become our death bowling specialist, and so far he's done a great job.
Thank you, Vidu. You can close this off.
Vidu. Samshi, congratulations. Today, Sri Lankan young batsman Pathum Nissanka had a good knock. Tell us something about his inning and how tough was it to bowling to him?
No, really impressive. Obviously, I'm not sure of his age, but the way he batted was really mature, and I was really impressed. The way he controlled the innings. There was a lot of good stuff there.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, and we'll chat to you guys soon.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thank you. And congratulations to you, and thank you
Thanks,
for some
everyone.
fantastic
Thanks.
cricket.